Spectacular! Welcome back to another episode of the internet's most difficult game, Why Are You Single? The game where you tell me how it's possible that these absolute gems have not been swooped up yet. Right off the rip, Brandon drives a Mercedes, so I'm already so lost. How are you single?
Oh boy, that is Seattle content creator and host of the Holy Hour podcast, Amelia Samson. Woo. So her videos garnering nearly 600,000 followers across her social media accounts, especially for what is obviously hilarious takedowns of dating out profiles. Nobody's safe, really.
She's known for blending humor, honesty, vulnerability, and some of the realest conversations about life. Joining us now, live, Miss Major League Gabber herself, Amelia Samson.
Hey! Hello! Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. We're so glad you're here. This is so surreal. It's so fun joining you, Maria, for this one.
Thank you.
Amelia, we want to start with your podcast. Nothing is off limits. What inspired you to start it, and what has it been like building a community around it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, gosh, what inspired me to start it? I had gotten out of a long-term relationship and just started dating for the first time, and had nowhere to listen to other people's embarrassing experiences with dating. So I was talking to my friend Liz about it, and we figured we would just start a podcast, and it started. And it's been great because I feel like I can share anything online now. Nothing is off limits, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's just made me so comfortable being my true self.
I mean, honestly, one of the things I love about your podcast is that I constantly feel like I also want to tell, you guys are there with me, which is really, really fun. Now, it is summertime, and people are wanting to get out there, maybe find love in the sunshine on the paddleboard. But those dating apps, we've mentioned, they can be tough. So what are some of the green flags you've seen?
That's a really good question. I always tell people just to be their authentic selves on dating apps. I think people tend to gravitate toward complaining and feeling jaded on dating apps, but as long as you're putting your best foot forward, you're showing all of the parts of yourself that you're the most proud of, just making sure you leave open-ended questions or answering the questions on dating apps in a way that will open up conversation for people, because a lot of people have a hard time talking on dating apps and knowing how to open the conversation. So having those little helpers on your profile to open the door for people is always a good idea.
Nice.
I think.
That's a great idea. I love your TikToks, going through some of the biggest red flags you could possibly imagine. It's scary to think that these people are out there in the world. So what are some of the weirdest profiles, biggest red flags that you've come across?
Tell us.
Break it down.
Gosh, where do I even start? It feels the biggest red flag that I've seen are the people that will list everything that they don't want.
Oh, no.
And that's their entire about me, is just
oh, no.
I don't even want to get into it because I don't think that a lot of it is not safe for the air.
Morning TV, yeah.
But just listing everything that they hate about the gender that they're dating.
Oh, no.
Is probably the biggest red flag. And blank profiles too is always people that just don't put in the effort.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's not welcoming at all.
No, it's like they're not even trying.
Critical.
Okay, so we want to show a TikTok that you made. Do we have that up?
Well, you know what? If you peruse, if you are just scrolling through your TikTok, you're going to be stuck there and you're going to find some gems because it keeps you going.
It really does. It really does. Okay, but here's the thing. Date ideas. I know you're always looking for a special date idea. So,
that's right.
So give us some.
Okay. Okay. I mean, the summer in Seattle is the best. We are so lucky to be here when we are in the summer. It makes all the rain worth it, I think. But so places like the Marymore Outdoor Movies.
Yeah.
Great idea. Fun for a date. It's just so nice at night. It's just bringing a blanket and laying it out. Renting paddle boards. You mentioned paddle boards a little bit ago. I love looking at the houseboats on the paddle boards. And I've always had so much fun doing that on a date.
You peeking through the window as you're...
Yeah. Anybody in here? You looking for a roommate? But no, I love doing things on the water. Discovery Park is also a great place for like a little hiking date or a picnic.
Great call.
Yeah. So just there are ways to have a lot of fun in Seattle in the sun and not spend a whole lot of money.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to you're there on the first date and you've gotten through the horrid talking, the scanning, looking through the red flags, this is like, what advice would you give for someone on a first date where you're feeling all of the nerves coming up and everything? What would be some key things?
I feel like a lot of where personally my nerves would come from was the anticipation leading up to the date.
Yes.
So once I would realize that that was the worst part, and when I got to the date, a lot of that dissipated, I was able to kind of talk myself out of feeling super nervous. But also what would help me is knowing that everybody's nervous on a first date. Like, it's not, no matter how confident people feel when they're going into a date or how confident they seem, they're always panicking a little bit on the inside. So remembering that to help ease the nerves always helped me a ton when I was still dating.
Beautiful. I really think that people sometimes are so focused on not being cringe that they just come off as haters. And you never want that to be the case either.
Yikes.
We so appreciate all of your advice, Amelia. Thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So honored to have you.
And I know everybody already follows you, but if you happen to be like the one person who doesn't, you can follow her on TikTok and Instagram at Amelia Samson.
Well done, Amelia.
Thank you also for joining me today as well. Amazing conversations. That was what we love to have here. Go out there and make it a great day. Bye.